Hi, Kenji and Deb. Audrey here. I heard you're talking about nachos this week, which is exciting because I love nachos. And I know we're getting close to Super Bowl season. So I had a question for you, which is I love Super Bowl parties. I love hosting them. I love going to them. And I love them because I love dip. I don't really care about football, but I love dip and I love all of the foods that we tend to eat at Super Bowl parties. And so my question is, do you have a recommendation for something that is sort of like a crowd pleaser, sleeper hit, not something that you would see on the usual spread at a Super Bowl party? So like I got my dips, I got my chips, I got my wings, but like what is an alternative yummy thing that maybe can be kind of like an antidote to all of the usual suspects, or just like something that's different? I don't know, maybe lighter, maybe not. I don't know. I would love to know what you think for something I could make or bring for the Super Bowl that's not the norm. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.
I have like at least 1,000 ideas, but none of them are what I would consider light. But I love playing around when we're having parties. I do this more for holiday entertaining, but playing around with the intersection of variations of melted cheese and
Okay.
things you might eat for dinner. Hear me out.
Okay.
So, for example, I've got this thing where you do, it's on my site. It's a baked brie with garlic butter mushrooms. And it's really fun because you have these incredible roasted mushrooms. And then you just slop this baked camembert, baked brie in the middle, and it becomes like this dip. And you're scooping up the roasted vegetables that are really flavorful and garlicky and, very vibrant with the cheese. And I just think it's so fun for an appetizer, but it also has this vegetable element where you feel like you're eating a little bit more. I know it's not like classic Super Bowl food, but it goes so fast. I also have I have a baked camembert. I think it's in my second cookbook, and it has this herby garlic thing on top and it's a really, you kind of wedge pieces of garlic and herbs in, and it's a really fun way to. So I basically, she
Nice.
said light, and I said, I hear you want melted cheese scooped on toast. I have you covered. Kenji, what would you do here?
For me, I know Audrey was asking for sort of non-traditional ideas. For me, honestly, I tend to like to take what people would think of as a traditional food and just like really give them like a real excellent version of it. And so, well, okay, if we're talking about lighter stuff for like a party like this, like I think a real good crudité platter that's not just like your jarred blue cheese dip or your jarred ranch dressing. So like in my second book in The Walk, I have a recipe for this gochujang ranch. So it's like it's a ranch. It's like a yogurt ranch. So it's a lot lighter than a traditional ranch, and it has some of those ranchy flavors in it, like dill and black pepper and fresh garlic and garlic powder. But then it also has some Korean chili flakes. And gochujang, so it's a little bit spicy and it's a little bit light, and it goes really well with vegetables. So I would do something like that, where you take like a classic Super Bowl dish and just do a homemade version of it that's got like a little bit of a twist, or is a little bit sort of better than what you expect. So instead of the jarred salsa, like make a real good like roasted fresh tomato salsa, make a real good homemade guacamole. Something like that is what I tend to. I like to wow people with quality, not with out of the box thinking.
I also, yeah, I'm with you on that too. And I like to do things that toe the line into a meal too, because maybe I'm just getting old, but like I can't just eat chips all day. I've tried, and I'll do it again every time there's a chance. But when there's things that are like a little bit dinnery, maybe it's mini meatballs, or maybe it's some roasted vegetables with cheese, like it feels like it feels nice to eat this food throughout the afternoon.
Yeah,
You
like
will
chips
be eating
followed by chocolate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally. It's like a salad. It's totally balanced. But I find that, maybe it's just a more handheld version of something, where you can feel like you can eat real food, but also have party food at the same time.
I think we successfully gave some good ideas that did not answer her question at all.
Yeah, we're absolutely no use whatsoever, but we sure had fun, and that's all that matters.